One YouTuber that I tune into would not like me and probably does not like me because of the way I look. Because I'm not like him. I am not going to say his name because I'm not going to cause beef. But if anybody's wondering, he's not a martial artist. So any martial artist I know from the internet on YouTube, it's not y'all. But this YouTuber, other people I think who are like him probably feel this way too, just by some of the nonverbals I get from people like him. Not everybody that's like him. I'm not gonna say all that group, but some of the people who are like him. That's probably why some of the people who are like him have not stuck around in my class for very long. So, because, he probably, I'll say, he probably has a problem with my parents. I know he has a problem with my parents. Not me specifically, but people like me in general. And why this is a problem with me is because I'm just going to be mean. If you can only learn from people, especially because of martial arts, or knowledge in general, if you can only learn from people who are just like you are stupid. Because the really, really good stuff of knowledge, especially in the martial arts, the really, really good stuff, the really intricate stuff, there's not that many people that know it, first of all. And of the people that do know it, they look like how they look. They don't all look like you or me. There are going to be people who are highly knowledgeable in the martial arts who don't look like you. And you may say, well, they're probably all Asian anyway. No. And they're not all Asian. And they're not all white. And they're not all black. But yet there's still not that many of them. So when you start reaching those upper pinnacles, like I think I'm starting to reach, I still may not be, but I think I am. If I was the type of person who could only learn from someone who was like me, I wouldn't learn anything. Now, especially if we're talking about the workforce. If I thought I could only work with people that look like me, I wouldn't get anywhere in the workforce. I wouldn't get anywhere in the workforce. And you're not going to get far in your martial arts career if you only can train with people who are like you. If you can only teach people who are like you. Now, did I say don't teach people who are like you? No. I go by love thy neighbor. Start with teaching your neighbors. Most people live around people who are like them because vanity and just the past. People are tribal by nature. Odds are I look like my parents. A lot of people say I look like one of my grandparents, but odds are I look like my parents. If they were standing behind me, I would look like them. And they lived around people that look like them. Their relatives or whatever. So the moral of the story is, you got to stop thinking, have this preconceived notion of what a guru is going to look like physically, or somebody that you can learn from. I'm saying martial arts, but even with some of this so-called knowledge of self and esoteric, all this other stuff, there's plenty of people that know that stuff and more. And they don't look like what you would think they look like. Okay? If you want to know what to really judge somebody for and what to really look for in terms of someone who should be a teacher, why don't you look for their level of skill, their level of competence, their love for the subject matter. And just whether you click or not. What's the matter? You can't click with anybody who don't look like you? What's wrong with you? Is something wrong with you? There is something wrong with you if you can only learn from people that look like you. There's something wrong with you. Seriously. You're entirely too arrogant. You're lost. You've been brainwashed. And there's money to be made in keeping you separated so that the predators can continue to take advantage of you. Keep you separated from people who may not look like you, but may be able to help you. Sharpen your game, make more money, learn more things. And that was something that was actually touched upon in Birth of the Dragon. Not blatantly, but it was something that was hinted at. That I don't think a lot of people know if they haven't read up on a subject like human trafficking. Who tends to be trafficked by whom? And I'll just leave it at that, because I don't want to get too into that. So the moral of the story is, folks, don't be narrow-minded. You know, stop hating on people because they haircut or something. Oh, I've given it away. I didn't want to give it away. Let me stop before I give it away. Peace.